What's good with y'all? Welcome back into another video here today on the channel. We are here at season 2 of MLB The Show 24. It was coming eventually, and we finally got it about a week from when I am recording this video. I will kind of break down kind of exactly where I am at with everything so far in season 2. First and foremost, Team Affinity. None of them is complete, but I'm kind of working through each one as I can. Obviously have done the moments and everything and done the conquests, done the showdown. So that's kind of where I'm at. Haven't played an online game other than I think like one event game. Yeah, I played one event game. So it's all been offline grinding. The Lou Gehrig came out the season. I don't know if Lou Gehrig might have trickled into season 1, but either way, it was kind of like right at that point when season 2 came out. The Castellanos card for drop 1. We just got the Architects Fernando Tatis program here a couple days ago, the London Series program, and then season 2 awards drop 2, which I'm at 41 stars out of 50. In today's video, I kind of just wanted to discuss just the state of MLB The Show 24 season 2, kind of my thoughts and my concerns with just doing this style of Diamond Dynasty, because there's a lot of concerns and frustrations in the community. There's also people that enjoy it. That's a smaller percentage based on what I've heard. I mean, you guys watching this video, obviously this is open to all interpretation. Anything I say in this video, please feel free to comment down below what your thoughts are with everything. I'm just one person. I have my own experience, but everyone has their own experience playing the game. So there's no right or wrong answer, whether you enjoy it, you don't mind it, you dislike it, you hate it. There's no right or wrong answer. It's a video game. If you enjoy it, play it. If you don't enjoy it, don't play it. I mean, that's the thing about video games. So you don't have to play it if you don't want it. If you love it and you want to keep playing it, you like it, there's no wrong answer. So comment down below anything that I touch on in this video, anything I don't touch on. Please let me know what you guys are thinking, because I want to hear what the community thinks as well, outside of just creators, and other people, kind of not even creators, but other people in the community that are pretty active talking about it. So I will say, for me giving my opinion on this, I do have a very long history of playing MLB The Show. I mean, going back to like playing on the PS3 when David Wright was on the cover and Ryan Howard was on the cover in '08, I believe that was. And then playing it all the way through, I mean, until now, basically. And Diamond Dynasty, I want to say it became kind of a big thing in like the 2014, 2015 era of the game with, I think Yasiel Puig on the cover of 15 was like the real first installment of my seriousness in playing Diamond Dynasty. There might have been I might have played a little bit in 14 as well, but that was such a surface level Diamond Dynasty. Don't even get me started on that. But I have a long history, by basically like 10 years of playing Diamond Dynasty. So I've gone through it all. I've gone through the earliest installments of it when there was nothing to really do. You had to play like challenges to get stubs. There was no stubs making methods hardly at all. They were all just like long grinds and grueling and not fun. But I did a lot of it because there was no other way to do it. All the way through the beginning of like the best no money spent Ultimate Team ever, where like even it's kind of even that till now, but like we hit a spot where literally you didn't have to put a cent into the game. You could have the best team in the game. If not, if you didn't have the best team, you had like just damn near as good. And then it comes down to skill gap. So, and it's been like that for so long. It's been the best Ultimate Team where you don't have to spend money to make a good team. That's why we've always loved SDS for what they've done with this mode. It's made MLB The Show one of the most prevalent games in the gaming sphere for sports games. Not like in the gaming sphere, but for sports games for sure. Because, I mean, people have concerns with 2K. People have concerns with Madden all the time. And this one has always kind of been the forefront of like what you want for a Ultimate Team. Just for the most of the people in the community, right? So, I've kind of gone through it all, and I really do understand why San Diego Studios went ahead and did it this way. I get the idea of, having the ability to kind of just like refresh everything every so often, so that way you're not getting bored of just the same stuff over and over again, because that's why they moved away from what it was. It used to be, there'd be different seasons, not in the same turn. There'd be different seasons where you'd grind for a new 99 boss or a new low diamond boss at the beginning of the of the game cycle. But then eventually it'd move into, once you started grinding for a 99 boss, then you were starting to get 99s throughout the entire game, and then you kind of just pick and choose who you want in your team. And then it now, obviously, as you guys know, has changed to, you get diamonds right away, you grind for 99s right away. It's like 2 months, basically, maybe a little over 2 months, and then they re-white, and then they wipe it out. So the only cards you can use from the prior season are a wild card, and then you get more wild cards throughout playing in the XP program, which I'm on right now. If I could scroll over, you'll get, you get more wild cards and everything. Everyone knows this at this point. It's been out for a minute, but just kind of breaking it down here. Last year you were able to, when season 2 came around, you could still use season 1 cards, but then when season 3 came around, the season 1 cards were wiped, and you could only use season 2, season 3. This year they got rid of that, obviously. Now it's just strictly the season cards plus your wild cards, and then of course your core cards. So I understand what they're doing, trying to do this. You're trying to keep the game fresh. They're trying to not make it just redundant of like, oh, new season grind for the 99, redundant, new season grind for the 99. They want you to go back to, hey, we're starting from scratch every so often, so that way the game feels fresh and you get to remake your team every season. So I completely get why they went this way and tried to do it this way. On paper, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think on paper, just because they did it for so long the same way, where it was just grind for the 99, reset, grind for the, not even reset, but grind for the 99, get it, new, go get the next 99, go get the next 99. I get why they did. They wanted some freshness in the game. I think some people were getting tired of just the same thing over and over again. But then it actually gets here and just has me wondering why. Why would I want to go and get these cards? In years past, there was always something to go out and get. There was always a card that you would want to go out and get. Right now, the only cards you want to get are the bosses. Some people might have different opinions of like, oh, they might actually want to use this Yasmani Grandal that's going to take you 670,000 XP to get to. But these are the only cards you want, are the bosses. And it's 900,000 XP. Typically, in that case, you could hop over to Battle Royale and you'd want one of these cards. I don't want any of these cards. I don't want Vinny Castilla. I don't want Mike Messina. Ranked seasons. I don't want Matt Holliday, Mariano, or Big Mac. Events. I don't care for Lou Bob. And part of that, I think, is just the me thing. Because this is the team I have right now. I'm using Posada as my wild card. I have Babe at first. I did slide Tatis in at short just because I figured why not. I don't really need to use him. Like, I put him 9th in my line. I literally just put him in there because I was like, why not just get someone from this season? I got Mondesi as the core, and then I'm running the live series boost with Luis Castillo. And maybe that's a part of it, right? Maybe the captain boost is a big part of it. Where these cards don't look appealing because I can run a live series boost and I have every live series card. So my contact on these cards is going to be better than anything they drop for like a couple weeks. And I think that is probably a big part of it, right? But even if it wasn't a part of it, let's say there was no live series boost and I was just plugging in these, mid-tier, lower-tier diamond cards that fill out my team right now. I don't care to parallel and play with these guys. I just got my God Squad good. This was my team I was running right at the end. I don't even have one card parallel 5 in the starters. I got some in parallel 3 and everything, but I just kind of built the team. I didn't have it very long. I worked so hard to get up to this point. Like all of us, we all worked so hard to get up to this point to get our team, and then it just gets wiped away so quick. Like, we didn't really get a chance to use our best team very long, unless you're no-lifing this game, which some people do. Some people might not have any complaints because they had a chance to play with all their cards for super long because they no-life it. I kind of no-life it. Like, I don't no-life it to extreme, but I no-life it. I main game this. This is my main game every single year. Every single year. It's my main game until the game dies down. And last year, with seasons, it was a little different. I got to use, like, if it was last year, I could still use this team until season 3 came out. And the game still died for me in like August. Now we're sitting here in June. It's mid-June as I'm recording this. And I don't have any motivation to play the game. I'm playing it. I am playing the game. I'm grinding offline. I'm doing what they want me to do. But I sit here and I'm like, why am I doing this? Why would I grind for these cards that aren't going to make my team? And the counter to that is, oh, you grind for these cards so that way once you get to the collection, season 2 collection, you can eventually get 230 cards and you can get Bob Gibson, Frank, or Derek Jeter. But at the time I get to 230 cards, Frank Thomas doesn't make me super excited. He's a good hitter, but it's nothing insane. Bob Gibson's good. He's always been really good. But it's not something I'm just like, I need Bob Gibson. Derek Jeter, it's a good looking card. But after we just got Jimmy Rollins last time around as a boss, I know we can't use Jimmy Rollins. And this is a really good looking card. But I feel like the only reason you'd be super like Derek Jeter is if you're a Yankee fan, right? I just don't see the appeal in doing it. And maybe I'm crazy. Maybe a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I need that card. That card's awesome. It is a good looking card, but it's not something I'm freaking out about. The only cards that I'd freak out about are kind of the bosses, right? Which has nothing to do with collecting the cards that we need. These cards are so much better than the collection cards. Chipper's a god. Griffey's always one of the best cards in the game because he's got damn near the best swing in the game. Roy Halladay, although his hipper nine's not Bob Gibson has a 104, but got a good pitch mix. He's probably the worst out of the three, but he's still a good card. And I don't need to collect cards to get these guys. I just got to play the game. And how do we collect cards at this point? We play ranked seasons. We play Battle Royale. We play events to get these cards. But I don't care. I sit here and I'm like, I don't care. And I know I'm hearing me just sit here and like talk about like, oh, I don't care. It makes me sound like I'm a D-bag about it. But like, I just feel like that's what a lot of people are thinking right now. If you're not someone making content on this game and like financially making money from it, I just don't understand the point. I've been playing it offline. I have been a little bit. If I was playing it like I had season 1, this would already be done though. I know I'm close, but it had been done a while ago. It came out a couple days ago. It had been done day 1, but I haven't even finished it yet. And it came out a couple days ago. And I just think part of it comes back to what I already mentioned with the captain boost. I think having the ability to have a live series boost where, like I said, this is my main game. I know Life It to a certain extent. And of course I do have Babe Ruth. I have all the live series cards. I know a lot of people probably don't. Even though I'm no money spent. It's not like I paid to get these guys, right? I got it over time, right? And now I have Babe, and I got all the live series cards, and they're giving us a captain boost that's going to boost them. What's it, plus 15 contact, something like that? Both guys, I'll tell you, you get plus 15 contact both sides, plus 12 hits per 9, and plus 10 walks per 9 for your pitching. So, I can just plug in these live series cards that I've had forever and basically run this team until they drop cards that are better than this boost. And that's a part of it, right? I like the idea of captains. I like the idea of you running a captain to have a different team. But then there's always one captain boost that's so much better than the others. You guys all know what happened season 1. Carlos Santana boost, once he came out, that was the only thing we were running into. Every 3 or 4 games, I was playing a switch hitting squad, right? And now, I haven't played online. I played one event game. I haven't played ranked, but I find it hard to believe a lot of people are not running a live series boost. Or even, I think this is the best one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's another one in the game that people are running a lot, but still, it's just the same thing. They did it for lineup diversity, but the captains kind of get rid of lineup diversity because you're boosting these cards right away. And it makes you like, looking at this team, it's like, why would I want Luis Robert? Why would I want Mark McGwire? This team's better already. And I feel like we're not going to get cards that are better than this live series boost until we are like another month into the game. So it's like, why would I sit here and get these other cards for the collection? Yeah, but I don't really need the collection cards. That's so far down the line. There's going to be other cards I might want to use over Jeter anyway. Or use over Bob Gibson. Or use over whatever the last, Frank Thomas for sure, because he's 7 feet tall and I'm not good enough to hit with a card like that. So, I don't get it. Another big part of it is we've had these live series. I mean, me personally, I'm talking from me. That's why I want the comments down below. Anything I've missed, anything I'm saying that you don't agree with, let me know. There's no right or wrong answer in my opinion. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just talking for me. But why would I like play online? It's like another big thing about playing online and using the guys you want to use is to parallel them. I mean, most of these guys are P5. And I know it's just me, and most people don't have P5, but you want to get cards that you can parallel over time, so that way when they're parallel 5, you can use them until another better card comes out, right? But these cards aren't going to be around very long at the same time. It's like Posada's the only one. Posada and Babe would be like the only ones I like really want to parallel because those are cards that I could use for a while. Because Posada just seems like the wild card until I can't be wild. I mean, forever, damn near. Babe's core, so you can use them all year. I just, I don't know. That's just where I'm at. And I didn't even touch on Team Affinity cards. This is what people were supposed. This is why I didn't make this video earlier, because I sat down and recorded this video like the day after it came out because I kind of had similar thoughts, but I wanted to give it a little bit of time to see what they did next to get an idea of kind of like how quickly we're moving up card wise. But these are the cards they gave us day one. 89 overall diamonds. I don't know about you, but none of those cards are good enough to make my team. And it used to be when you got a new season drop for Team Infinity, the cards are always like, some of them were already good enough to make your team. There'd be a handful you'd be really interested in. I'm not interested in any of these cards. Not one. Because I have the live, not because part of it's because I have the live series boost. Core Hater with the live series boost is better than 89 Hater. And Hater's an 81 overall. Live series Hater is an 81 overall, and he's better with the boost than that 89 Hater. It makes me sound like I'm just a complainer, and I'm not trying to complain. I'm just trying to critically understand the point of why we're doing this. I mean, why I don't really care to run into ranked seasons with this team. It's the best team I feel like this is the best team I can build for me. But I don't really care about playing ranked seasons and jumping in with this team. I don't really care about jumping in events with that team. It goes back to we just got these guys. We just got a lot of these players. I know they're parallel, but I just got Willie recently. I just got Brian Roberts. I just got Eduardo. I know they're P4 or P3. So obviously I used them for a little bit, but it didn't feel long. It still didn't feel long enough. We also had the Moonshot event right at the end, so it was easy to parallel these cards because you could just plug them in a Moonshot and hit like multiple home runs a game, multiple extra base hits. So, and that brings me kind of my second point of this video, which isn't as in depth of just like breaking down everything here. But we are shadowed right now by the biggest incoming game in like sports history, and that's college football 25. And I know a lot of people probably aren't going to play college football 25 if they're not interested in football, if they're baseball people and they don't like it. But we're talking about the biggest game, probably, I mean, one of the biggest drops, one of the most anticipated drops ever. And that's coming out like 1 month from today. So, not some, that's my main team. So, by the time we even get 1 month from today, who knows if we are still will even get a card better than these guys, other than the guys already in the game and the bosses. A lot of people are going to put this game down when that game comes out. And that plays a role in why would I grind for all these cards if I'm going to more than likely teeter off of this game in a month. And that's not SDS's fault that that game's coming out. It's not their fault. What can they do? They can only, you know, play to their consumer base. And I think now it comes back to, I think we got to go back to pre-2023 MLB The Show, where you just get the, once you work your way to the bosses every season, and we don't reset, and you just build your team over time. And because guess what? Our teams would not look like this right now if it was how it used to be 2022 pre that. This would not be my team. I'd have Babe Ruth because I'd have the collection done. And I might have a couple other 99 bosses. Like I'd have Jimmy Rollins. But it wouldn't be like this. Wouldn't be close to this. I'd still have more that I want to go do. There'd be 99s out right now in this new season that I'd want to go get to make my team, because this team would not be as good as this because they wouldn't have dropped all these really good cards just for season 1. And it'd give me incentive to play this game until I don't want to play it anymore. But we're talking about a huge game looming in the shadow right now. And a game that just feels pointless to play, especially if you're going to drop this game in a month. If you're going to drop this game in a month and play it on the back end, make it more of a, like, hey, I don't feel like playing college football today. Madden even comes out after that, and 2K comes out after that. We were talking about monster games that take away the consumer base coming out within 1 to 3 months. You got to give us an incentive to play this, to grind right now. And I don't have an incentive to grind. I'm doing it offline. I haven't played online, but I've said it, I'm doing it offline. I am doing it because what else am I going to do, right? Am I enjoying doing it like I was in season 1 where I was building my team up? No, not even close. I'm doing it because it's busy. It feels like busy work. I'm doing it because I got nothing else to do. But it feels like busy work. People get off their jobs during the week and you want them to hop on and do the stuff that makes it feel like busy work and stuff you don't want to do. Might as well just freaking take a nap and watch YouTube. Call it good. But that's where I'm at with everything right now. That's where I'm at. I think my opinion, and it's all up to interpretation, you could love this, and if you love it, I'm happy for you. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad you love it. I want you to love it. I want people to play this game. I want people to continue to enjoy playing MLB The Show. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just where I'm at, and I think other people are at as well. I think you got to go back to pre-23. I mean, even if it was like, I'll be on, but I don't know. Even if it was like last year where you could use season 1 cards, I think that could have been better than this one too, because then they would have had 99s out right now for you to grind in season 2. It wouldn't have been 89 Team Infinities. They would have given us 99 Team Infinity cards because they want you to, start installing season 2 cards instead of just playing with your main squad. But I'd be more incentivized to play it because I'd still be running with my main team that I want to play with, and then I'd fill in the gaps with some of these new 99s that just came out. I think you got to go back. If we're going to do seasons and resets, it's got to be like last year. And I don't want that though, because the game still kind of died out early. I think you just got to go back to pre-23. pre-MLB The Show 23, where you work your way up for a boss, get the boss, you're happy, new boss comes out, you want to get another boss, you go get that boss, and it just keeps going. You keep building your team, you pick and choose who makes your team. And then you can use the cards you want. I don't want to use this live series boost team, but I'm going to because I really don't want to use any of the new cards they dropped. I don't care to parallel those cards. I don't care to play with those cards. And I sound like a broken record, but that's where I'm at with everything. And I don't want you guys to feel discouraged if you're enjoying it. I've said that already multiple times. But you got to go back to pre-23. You got to bring it back where you have an incentive to hop on the game and grind. If you're making us grind for cards that aren't good enough to make our teams or are just so much worse than what we just got accustomed to, people aren't going to be happy. And that's where we're at. So I probably missed some stuff I might have wanted to touch on. I might have not. This was a video of just me talking about the state of the game right now, where I am at, and I know some people are out as well. Please drop comments down below. Please let me know what you guys think. I really want to hear what the community has to say. Whether you play the game more than me, you play it just as much as me, you play it less, you play it hardly at all. I want to know what people think about everything. So hit the like button, guys, if you guys enjoyed this ramble, I guess. Comment down below. Sub if you're new, of course. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.